Hello, welcome to Songs of Conquest. This is a first look by myself, WTii. This game is a turn-based strategy adventure game that fuses RPG, tactical combat, and kingdom management. It's a bit like Heroes of Might and Magic, but with its own flair, and the team seem awesome, and I'm very excited to take a look at this game. So it's been advised to go into single-player, campaign, and check out the Song of Stoutheart. Cecilia Stoutheart, the young baroness of the barony of Stoutheart, must face enemies within and without to hold on to her power and protect her people. Stoutheart will stand. Let's begin our campaign. So just coming out of this for a second. There we go. Mission 1, a new baroness. In the year 593 AA, young Cecilia Stoutheart rose to baroness after the untimely death of her father. When ore shipments from Barkspur's rich mines go missing and rumours of bandits are brought to the new ruler, Cecilia leads a small force to investigate the missing resources and restore lawfulness to the barony. So here's our map. This is our first mission, and as you go through, you'll probably unlock more. Hello. That's me. Cecilia Stoutheart, the new baroness of the barony of South Stoutheart, was on her way to the quarries of Flint Hills. All shipments of stone from this region had stopped, and she was determined to find out why. She suspected an uprising of bandits and peasants had already been sent troops to the region to restore order. So here we go. This is our hero. You can see their stats, their skills, essences, and their race, be it human. If I double click, we can see the Wielder Sheet. The Wielder Sheet gives you an overview of your wielder, so that's your hero basically. This is where you can check your skills, powers, inventory, and equipment and modifiers. Got it. So there's your equipment, there's your inventory, there's your skills. That's you. Your buffs to your troops. And your powers over here. This is my first time playing, so I'm curious. It says travel to Flint Hills. Cecilia Stoutheart must not die, so that's a pretty straightforward objective. So, okay. That looks like Flint Hills over there, so let's check out this. Click the right mouse button to set a destination for your wielder. Right click the same destination again to confirm a move. As a wielder, you can also interact with locations using right mouse button. Left mouse button is used for selecting an inspection. So there's a torch. We have gallows, so check out the gallows. It's a gloomy sight, so... This old milestone shows the way, duration 1 movement. Follow the road. There's a dead commander here. The dead commander wore Stoutheart's colours and the distinctive sign of the Corvus Reserves. Stolen ore was one thing, but an uprising against Stoutheart troops was more serious. Continue on our road. Well, we've run out of movement points, so I assume you need to end the turn. And click yes. And it saves the game automatically, which is really nice to see. Here we have a located cart. That's some bonus gold right there. And you've got the little details of what happened. Something bad, no doubt. We have another milestone. Can't access it for now. Aha. The Corvus Reserves. Some wounded soldiers appeared from the forest and snapped to attention. This was Cecilia's Corvus Reserves, and they had clearly seen combat recently. Hail, Baroness. The Corvus Reserves await your command. Lieutenant, you've seen some combat. What is the situation and the status of the mines? Our scouts detected hostiles about, milady. The gold mine to the south has been seized by rebels. We also encountered an unexpectedly well-armed force at Flint Hills to the west. We took heavy casualties and were forced to retreat. How well armed? These aren't peasants with tools and knives. They have crossbows and swords, and bannerless knights ride with them. This is no peasant uprising. Someone thinks me weak and seeks to take advantage of my father's death to steal more than a few shipments of ore. We must uphold the laws and show them the error of the ways. Gather the troops. We march for Flint Hills. Troops want to join, so it looks like rangers and footmen. So here they are. Decide what troops you want to move to the wielder. How about all of them? I'll take them all. So we've grabbed those troops. So it seems like it's going to be tougher to take this base than we thought. So I might want to capture some goodies and maybe gather some more units. +2 movement for 1 duration. You can see your movement points up here. Soldiers are camped. Their camp can be pillaged for gold, or the soldiers can be recruited. I'd recruit the soldiers. And I'm just going to move my webcam as we find little spots for that to go where it doesn't cause any trouble. So let's put it here for now. The more I play the game, the easier it will be to work out where that webcam can go. Okay. Waterfall, source of power. Unfortunately, if I click, I miss out on the information now. Let's take care of this. Okay. End that turn. Rebel Militia. Threat level towards Sicilia. It seems, well, it says unknown. It seems they are between 1 and 25 number, so that's a very important bit of information. You take a look at your troops, you've got 16 of these, 10 of those. So as long as they're not super high tier units, and they're called militia, so probably not, then I should be able to take them. Stand down. This mine belongs to the barony of Stoutheart. It belongs to me. We will do no such thing. You would be wise to go back to your castle and prepare for a storm. There's one coming, I gather. The only storm gathering here is me. Prepare yourselves. Alright, now we have a troop deployment. On the deployment screen, you can rearrange your troops before entering battle. You can also only place troops on tiles with a team colour. Tiles that are elevated high ground give bonus to offense and defense to both melee and ranged units. Ranged troops can target any enemy within their range, and within their deadly range, they will inflict double damage. There's no line of sight. The only limit is how far their weapons can reach. But note, you can increase their range by moving to the high ground. So here we go. These are the tiles I can move to, it seems. We've got rangers there. We've got footmen here. I believe this is a high ground. So I will go with what it suggests, most likely. You can do quick battle, which would basically just simulate what the results will be if you want to not go through the whole manual address. Or you can withdraw, which would be to flee, so you don't go ahead with the attack. Or we will go with a manual battle and have a look at the combat. Beep. Battle basics. In battle, your goal is to kill all enemy units. Your wielder or your enemy wielder is not present on the battlefield, but acts as a spellcaster from behind the lines. The order of battle follows the battle queue, which is based on each troop's initiative. You can only control a troop on their battle turn. Use right-click to move and target enemy troops. Hovering an enemy troop with your cursor will provide an attack preview. Using left-click on any troop will give you a full display of information. So here we have our footman. This is the amount that he can move within his turn. And there's your enemy. You can sort of see, perhaps the orange would be their range, and the red is indicating their movement, would be my first idea. Now, as a footman, those are my stats. Shielded, so I've got ranged resistance. I'm not sure what that is. That might be just auto combat, so we don't want to press that yet. And over here we have spells. Your wielder can cast spells in battle. While not in battle, you can review your essence sources and plan your spell casting. Each spell costs essence to cast, and which spells you cast depend on both which essence sources you have and how much you gain in battle. Troops are your most important source of essence, but you can also gain it from artifacts, skills, buildings, and research. So, what do we have? I don't think I have any spells at the moment, judging by the looks of it, but once I do, these are the spells you can access, and they're obviously going to be like attack spells or buff spells or debuff spells. So I assume I charge in, or I wait for them to have their turn, because this will be the turn order. So they take their attack, then I can move in afterwards. Depends how much damage these do. I might just be able to snipe them with that and defend. I have no idea. So they got some defenses here, which I can attack. But then that does leave me vulnerable. But next turn I can maybe attack those. Let's just go ahead and see if I attack these. Very visceral, the attacks. I like it. Your wielder has gained more essence, and more spells are now available to cast. If your wielder has enough essence, you can cast a multitude of spells on each of the troops' battle turns. Each battle turn, your current troop gives your wielder essence to be used for spellcasting. Essence sources such as artifacts and skills will add essence to the start of a new round. So let's have a look. We have Quicken. Quicken their bodies and minds. Target friendly troop gets +5 initiative. That'll be like their chance to have a turn. +1 troop movement. So 1 troop round. Let's give that a go on our footies. So they can get in there to attack. 63 to 95 suggests that 10 will die. That should do it. That did do it. So I'm going to move in to attack here. If I go there, I don't know. Yeah, I'd probably rather take out the 10. I can take 3 to 5 there or 3 to 7. I'm going to move here and wonder if that's going to get me close enough to stop him from attacking. If your troop has entered an enemy troop's zone of control, if you move out of although the area the enemy troop gains an attack of opportunity, a free melee attack. So if you move out of it, okay, we'll see. I just won't move out. How about that? And then obviously go for the high number next. Wow. Finish him. That was brutal. So I only lost 1 footman. Pretty good result, I'd say. There's your troops. Actually, I lost a couple of rangers, actually. I'll have to restart the mission. I'm just kidding. Level up wielder. Leveling up your wielder is about skill points and powers. You can choose to either upgrade a skill the wielder already knows, learn a new skill, or increase the wielder's ability to command their troops by unlocking more slots in their army. So here we have new level, level 2. Choose a skill. We have improve a skill or a new skill or an upgrade a command. So the guard, your troops gain 20% melee resistance. Current. I assume this is... I don't know if a skill is necessarily passive or active. And then your wielder gains extra experience. I'll probably go with the experience, because that just unlocks more in the long run. Unlocks the ability to bring 4 troops with you into your army. So, have I claimed this yet? Completed objective. Take back the gold mine. So that's done. Receiving 500 gold. Now, there's our menu over here. We haven't actually done a save yet, so better do a save. That works. This tells you the information of the buildings you own in your kingdom. Looks like there's a research. The research menu provides an overview of all the research available to your kingdom. Research affects all of your troops and resources. Research is connected to specific research buildings with their own focus. Some focus on weapons and armor, while others focus on troop management and economy. Always push economy. Always go greed. So there's human researchers, human troop improvements. So you need a building, I think, to get access to the research. So that's something to look into later on. So I think we're done here. So if we come back over, I've visited that, which suggests that I can't get it again for now. So I'll carry on moving. And end the turn. Very quick, very smooth. I think we can put the old volume up. It's just the... volume of the menu that can be loud, but it's fantastic. The music in this game is really good. Wielders of the Essence. Cecilia was no ordinary commander. She was a wielder and could draw upon the essence of her troops to weave mighty spells. As she touched the old tribute to order, she felt its essence empower her. That power would be needed in the battles ahead. So I got plus 20 defense and minus 10 offense. Well, I guess that's a buff. There's an old camp, source of riches. We got 2,400 gold. I don't think I need to go off the beaten path too much for that. Next turn. I am very happy actually with the visual clarity. I was a bit concerned that maybe it would be too hard to visually identify characters, but so far so good. Rebel barricade erected barricades and a small force of armed peasants blocked the road west. Armed peasants say, "You best be gone, young Stoutheart. Flint Hills are free lands now." Free? free to be attacked by bandits and pillaged by other baroness. Who will protect the people? You? Why not? As you can see, we are quite well armed. I can see that, but I caution you to think carefully about your next actions. Put down your weapons, answer my questions, and I'll be merciful, or stand unlawfully against me, and my sword will deliver justice. Now, who armed you? One of good intentions? I've seen stout heart mercy when old Lord Hammond was decapitated by your father. Now, turn back. It brings me no pleasure to turn my sword upon my subjects, but unlawful acts will not be tolerated. Stout heart will stand. There's a lot of high grounds over here. So, the battleground... I wonder how random the battlegrounds are. Rebel roadblock, and it tells you the threat level, so you can decide whether to retreat or not. An assembly of militia, 26 to 50. It's annoying because they're range units, so you always want to sort of cheese mobs in this game. So it normally tends to suggest taking the high ground often. Seeing as they're ranged mobs, they're not going to move to attack me, so I don't really need the super high ground. There we go. That's what it looks like when you're on a battlefield. So, any essences? I can quicken. That's 4. Let's see. I think that's all I can manage at the moment. Let's get those footmen out there. What's his movement? He 1, 2, 3, 4. He has like a 4 movement pattern. So if he went to there... 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think he'll have enough, so he kind of has to go as far as possible, as aggressive. And that's cool. So instead of it just sort of suggesting that you end your turn, or just you'd think to end the turn, it actually suggests that there is something else you can do with that turn. Because I've already moved here, but I can still move there and attack. So I can remove that barricade. You can see the health bar of the footman here. The only thing is my webcam will now block where that character moved, so... The battlefield is actually very large. I think the only safest spot to put the webcam, judging by the looks of it, is probably over here, most likely. Something like that. Because now I'm blocking the effects of it. Okay. So this footman still can't reach him because he's moved out of range. I may as well go for the very far range ones, but you can't. Because... you don't have full range like you do in some other games. You can see the orange outer lines there, so I'm going to have to move him. No attack available. Still out of range. I can attack a barricade or something and lash out at that. I'm coming over here. They're reloading. I've still got to get in range. I'm coming over to this ground. And then I'm going to take a shot. Looks like there's quite a lot of information to take on board. Whether you've been able to move or not judges how much damage you might take. Because your character might be more knackered. You can see the highlight at the bottom there, showing that glowing effect on the character I'm highlighting. So that gives you more of an indication as to whose turn is coming up next, who you should prioritize attacking. Oh dear. I've got to try to get over there. It's costing me a lot to get to these guys. That'll teach you. Did cost me quite a lot, that did. I'm not sure if I'm going to have much of an army. Let's see. Bannerless Knights. Could I lose this? Because I don't have much, do I? Game saved. Knights at Flint Hills. As Cecilia's troops approach Flint Hills, a well-armed force of soldiers wearing no barony colours come out to meet them. Nice. Archers, you're no ordinary bandit force. I've always wanted to kill a wielder. You won't be the first upstart knight I've defeated. Alrighty, so we've got to fight a few knights, a few archers, several footmen. Threat level is dangerous, which probably is like, you're gonna die. I'm interested to see how I can get away with this. I honestly don't know if I can. Maybe I stand here and just camp and let them come to me. You could have, like, maybe this. Oh, that's alright. What do I do if I lose? Because, like, have I got to explore more? I thought I was supposed to just go straight to the left, but we're going to have to hope that I don't die. So I'm in range of his attack. If I move back one, he shouldn't be able to reach me next turn. They got really long range, but not quite enough to reach me. So what's the button? Okay. I don't know if there's like a defend button or a wait button. Wow. That's rude. I'm not even going to kill those knights. This is going to get worse before it gets better. I think this doesn't look good for me, does it? Have I got some spells I can cast that are going to do some damage? Target enemy troop gets minus 25% damage. I need some damage spells. These are just buff spells. Oh boy. This is game over, bruh. Alright, I'll be interested to see what happens then. If you lose, what does it do? Defeat. With the defeat of the Baroness of Stoutheart, her lands were soon claimed by Lady Hammond, and the folk of Arleon were ill prepared for the growing dangers in the west. Well, that's GG then. Game over, lads. Just want to quickly show you the tutorials. So if you're new to a game like this, you can access tutorials. They also have their own YouTube channel, which have showed off countless videos on like how the game works. So if you're really not sure, or you're brand new to a game like this, you can access this information. It gives you a lot of information because these are all the heroes you can basically use, as well as all the units, or their stats, the skills to work on, and the artifacts to pick up along the way. Just thought I'd show that off. And there's also a map editor, which also has fantastic music. So this is the same map editor tool that they use to create their levels. I've never used this before, but you get a feel for whacking down a whole bunch of things. And before you know it, you got yourself a map. That music though, like who created the music for this? So good. Alright, let's come out. Back to the main menu. And let's go load our save. Probably the autosave? I suppose I can look around the level more. I just assumed that I needed to go straight towards the objective. Yeah, it's good music. Okay. So we've already taken the mine. Are there any other objectives I can do along the way that will get me troops? Maybe I can get some troops from here. There you go. Soldiers are camped here. So you can choose to get the militia or the gold. So normally in Heroes of Might and Magic it would be like experience or gold. So that would certainly help, wouldn't it, having these forces. So I guess I should have taken the detour. Your wielder has gained a new artifact. You can review any your inventory and equipment. So let's go here. +4 defense, so that will probably work for all of my units. I may as well take a look at even further. There's a bunch of gold. It's a shrine. Hundreds of years ago, the Empire spanned the whole world. Statues of the Empress can be found spread across Arleon. And many folk speak dreamingly of the golden years. The good old days. Okay, well actually this time I think I might be strong enough to take them now. So you live and learn. So the game seems to reward you for exploring a little bit more. Let's go to battle. I'll click the button at the top right and see what happens. Maybe they're just the indication of combat, because it hasn't done auto battle. Let an AI play the rest of the battle. You will lose control and not take it back this battle. Wow, that is a risky move, because you can't pause it and then take control. That's it. Whatever happens, happens. So they reload, so you get time to hit them again. Looks like he gets a buff called Momentum and shields up. The little happy music after you, like, decimate that person. Right, time to go take on the knights. Save that game. It's me, I'm back. Looks like he prefers the high ground. Footman on Footman. I could just wait, couldn't I? Wait for that Footman to move more. Or at least be prepared to move back to defend myself. And if he moves forward, then I can go for the Footman. Probably want to snipe the guy at the back if you could, but you can't. So you need to move in a position where you can get him. So if I go here, I think I can reach. He can also reach. Because you need to bear that in mind. If you move him forward, you stop him from moving forward to reach. But he's also got that tile. So he should be able to go here. It says minus 50% range. Maybe that's less damage then. Such a long range, dude. Can't be having that. Oh, damn! He did still manage to reach me, so I wasn't quite out of his reach. Because I see now. If you go here, you can still attack the tile there. So he was able to still go here and attack on the right-hand side. Let's go deal with this guy. That's better. I'm reloading. And I can't attack whilst reloading, so you can just basically move back or stand still. Let's go to the high. That's the opportunity of attack then. So if something's nearby and you move, it gets attacked. So moving doesn't work either. Or at least you can move, it's just not very rewarding. So you're better off standing still. Let's finish off the battle now. I think she just cast a buff there. That's a bit unnecessary. We got this now. God damn. Level 3. Your wielder gains 30% increased. We're just stacking it. Fully pushing the learning capabilities of Cecilia. Right, so now we need to take the heals. So it's a bit further. A crowd of peasants led by a village elder come out to greet Cecilia as her force entered Flint Hills. I defeated the rebels and restored Flint Hills to the protection of Stoutheart, as is my duty. Now, who among you will tell me what happened? Those knights and their soldiers appeared recently and armed all the troublemakers. They seized our quarries and mines and started sending a shipment south towards Barkspur, where their patron awaits. And none of you stood against them? None of you sent word to the local warden or to Springhold? No, milady. We were feared for our lives. We sent a messenger to Hope's Glade to warn them and ask for help, but the messenger never returned. Remember this moment the next time you are made the offer of independence. I will always protect the barony from threats within and without. Join my forces and together we will restore order to this territory. We'll heed the call of arms to Stoutheart as we did for your father before you. There are able-bodied recruits in the peasant hut. So, investigate Hope's Glade. So here we have Hope's Glade. There's the peasant hut. That looks like a pig, if I'm not mistaken. That well may be a pig. Is that a pig? What do you think? I think it's a pig. That is a good... That's how you know it's a good game. Because it's a pig. 6,750 will get me almost all of those. They are kind of like the trash rangers, but still, I guess we're going to need everything we can get. There's no upgrades available here. There's a farmhouse. Claim 75 gold each round. And then next turn we'll have a little look more. The blacksmith. The smith generously parts with her latest work, Archer's Helmet. So that's probably another artifact. Let's see. It is. +4 to defense. Hey, Winderland, thank you very much for the sub. Don't forget to thumbs up, like the video if you're watching this on YouTube, and subscribe.
Is that the hit rap artist a baby?
It
in
is.
my backyard.
Is that hit rap artist a baby? Yeah. Like the video and subscribe if you want to see more of this content. That'll help the YouTube algorithm and me know whether you do want to see more of it, because I'm happy to play more if you want to see it. So just make sure you make your mark by liking the video. Claimed stone deposit. So that's stone, a resource. Wood, a resource. Glimmerweave, ancient amber, and celestial ore. And we still have some movement points left. There's our spells. There's the Wielder Sheet. So if you pulled that up, that's your information. C for that. V for your spells. Oh man, these are all the spells you could get, but you have to have the essence for it, and we've only got 3 essence, I guess. That's Chaos Essence, Destruction Essence. So these are the different type of essences. And being human and a knight, I guess you sort of focus on order. There's my experience. Again, my hero. The mini-map at the bottom left. And you can hover over objectives in the mini-map to correspond with the actual task that you're being asked of. On the right-hand side... So this looks like a log of what you've been doing, just to give you some information in case you forgot. Like if you sort of saved the game, came out, and then came back another day and you're like, oh, I can't remember what it was I even did. Because some people play slowly. Then there you go, some information. Now we've gathered these as part of our kingdom, so we're going to be getting those resources over time. That's cool. I've got a bit more gold, so I can actually finish off the peasant hut. And get those extra... Nope, still not enough gold. They are expensive for what they are. He thinks that they charge too much. But anyway, we got a few more. So we have a stone deposit. So there's going to be loads of stone. So plus 575 gold a day, I assume. Plus 4 gold a day. And this tells you the round. So there's not so much a day of the week. It's more the amount of rounds. So a tavern fills an army with energy and vigor. Plus 5 movement for 2 turns. Okay, so let's head down then. Ancient ruins. I don't think I can get up there. Unless I come all the way around. Seems to suggest that you could. A small band of Cecilia's scouts stood awaiting along the roadside. Lady Stoutheart. Corporal Greenwood, we've come from your warden, Militia of Thorncliffe. As per your command, your troops are concealed at the forest's edge. This is not the forest's edge. Your troops are camped within the Tenderweald. You may have disturbed the Fae. The Fae, milady? Surely the Fae are only a myth. Superstitions for the country folk. Did my ancestors sign a covenant with mythological creatures? The law of the leaves still stands, and we must make sacrifice or break the peace. Consider that we must forfeit to the forest beings to atone for your error. I await your judgment, my life is yours. Your death would serve no one if I remember my history. There is an offering tree southwest of here. Join up, Corporal. I need all my troops, even the ones who make mistakes. Your loyal servant, Lady Stoutheart. Decide what troops. Take them all. So, it looks like you can have a cap. So, out of 20, out of 20, out of 50. Place an offering at the tree. So, we got a tree down here. I don't know if it costs you resources to have those troops. Hopefully not. There's no, like, tax for it. I don't know if I can grab all of these, because wasn't I near the cap? So, if I press that... Let's find out what happens. Because I'm 49 out of 50 there. Probably just puts me to 50 out of 50, I imagine. 50 out of 50. So the other ones just kind of disappear. So you got to take that into account. Yes, we want those rangers. They are good. You're not really supposed to go for here. I mean, that's the impression I got. She seemed angry that we were disturbing the Fae. So if I start attacking them, they probably won't be too happy. I guess I'll go back onto the road and then towards the tree. Here. Oh, some gold. Barian mercenaries. Threat level towards Sicilia unknown. It seems they are between 25 and 100 in number. Sounds like quite a lot. I didn't actually come down here, actually, did I? Got a book of power. Not sure where that went, though. Okay. So, actually, we do want to go to the left, judging by the mini-map position. So maybe we do want to kill the Fae. It might be a discussion. Let's see. Fae spirits, flying creatures of the tender world with bat-like wings, long claws and sharp teeth, swooped and buzzed up before the offering tree. They were strange masks and screeched at Cecilia and her troops. Humans, be gone. We wish to leave an offering for our trespass to the forest, as is stated in the ancient covenant between us. Stand aside, little spirits, I would do my duty. No humans, none ever. Spirits, do not trifle with me, I'm Stoutheart, and by the agreements I seek to make amends. If you continue to... We're just going to make things worse and attack you. Oh my god. She seems a little pig-headed, this character, doesn't she? Let me make peace by killing you. That's all I want to do. So flying units, by the looks of it. Very fast. Let's get to work. They have chaos essence, do they? That takes care of that. Why is everyone always outside of range? If I go here, I should... No, I can't go there. Well... I can go there and attack. That'll guarantee kill. Looks like I'm going to get screwed by these ones. They got sharp claws. Did a fair bit of damage there. Ah, they're deranged spirits. Oh, that's okay then. As long as they're not rational, sane spirits. +10 to offense, defense, and 2 movement. And there's that tree. Worn boots. Could it be a boost of speed? Or is it defense? Movement and few radius. Right. Offering tree was the most unusual tree Cecilia had ever seen. Her friend had described them once, but it had not done them justice. The branches were smooth and glossy and seemed to be lit from within. The leaves twinkled with tiny bells in the breeze, and most uncommon, the tree gave off an aroma of warm spiced cider, like her mother would give her when she was small. Fae of the forest, for trespass upon your woods we offer compensation. For those Fae spirits slain I ask forgiveness. They could not be reasoned with. Let our peace be everlasting. Alright, you can have my gold. What do I get for it though? As the offerings were presented, this forest around Cecilia grew quiet, however it was enough. Plus 3 offense and defense. Is that temporary or is that permanent? If that's permanent, that's pretty OP. Alright, I think we have to make our way through these forces, so let's do that. Nope, that's the wrong button. Try again. Actually, I might visit the source of power. Check that out once more. Actually, we've got something over here as well. As Cecilia noticed the strange arc, she noticed it was almost warm to the touch and vibrating slightly. She'd studied many strange ruins from the times of Aurelia, but never one that seemed so alive. Oh, so it's all experience, those. Your troops gain plus 10% ranged. Unlocks the troop to bring 4 troops within your army. Your troops gain resistance and melee resistance. Let's try positioning. Guarding the road was a large force of mercenaries hailing from the merchant states of Baria. Turn back. The road is open for all shipments from Flint Hills only. I see you are strangers to these lands, or you would know me as the lawful Baroness Stoutheart. I do not recall a declaration of war from the Barian city-states, therefore you are thieves and trespassers. What other crimes shall I add to the list? We've committed no crimes, we are honourable mercenaries, here on contract and follow orders. The shiny stones. I interacted with this one. There's a shiny stone over there. I spit on your contract. You have my ore, therefore you are thieves. You will return it. Tell me who ordered you, who hired you, and maybe I will ransom you back to your employers. We are not afraid to fight you, Stoutheart, but we warned our contract states that no one wearing Stoutheart colours are to be spared on the field of battle. Of course, if you turn around now, we can avoid this battle. Never. You should be treated as thieves and trespassers. My sword will deliver justice for breaking our laws. She seems very angry. Maybe that's why they tried to make her look so mad. Then unfortunately we must battle. Seems like every argument can be solved with a sharp pointy sword. So these characters have like a red, blue and red status. I wonder if they got like a long range jab. +1 melee range. That must be what it is then. So gotta be careful of that. They're gonna try to come in close. I think I want to protect my rangers. Need to move 2 forward at least. Ah, he missed his turn. I guess that's just... Yeah, I've got to get used to like how that works. So this is defense, quicken. I'm not sure if you get to keep these points once you spend them or you build them up. You got a quick bar, which is nice. So now I can access them. These are good units, so I'm going to give them a buff. If they got +1 range, they go there. They can attack and then +1 range. Might be enough to reach me. So I wonder if I move back 1 and then attack. Then they can't quite get that grab on me. And the same thing for this. So they move there, they get 1 and then 1, so maybe move back. Although, to be fair, they're going to get their turn in a moment. So it's going to be these guys that get screwed.
Morning unicorn. Time flies.
Does indeed. Hello there, hum. I can try this on those. See, they get a little bit of a... They did. So they get their turn next. That's good. So I can pull back with these again. Everything's outside of your range. You're useless. Just pull back. And then let them come to me again. So I get some more shots off. And now we can get an attack as well. Yeah, gonna lose like very little here. It's almost like kiting in Warcraft 3. So she stood there, so she can be next to this character, but attack him. So I have to do like a melee attack here. They got outplayed, to be honest. I'm pretty sure I visited this, but maybe not. Yeah, I guess you're right. Oh dear. Did they burn this place down or something? Doesn't look so good here, does it? I think I'd prefer the movement to be like near the bottom, or that I can see more clearly. I don't know why. At the top left it's so schmorl. +1 movement. Cecilia's troops searched the smoking remains of Hope's Glade, looking for survivors. The townsfolk had clearly put up a fight, and for that they had suffered. From the rubble, they heard a moan, and they uncovered a badly injured militiaman. Lady Stoutheart, we held as long as we could. We had to retreat, they were too strong. Who did this, barons? A troop of barons, mercenaries, marched on towards Barkspur. But it were knights that attacked us, men of Arleon, setting fire to our homes, taking no surrender, and all we could do was flee to the hills north of here. The wounded man tried to speak, then fell limp. His eyes glazed over as the last sliver of strength left his body. His essence is in the wind, but Stoutheart still stands. Come, there are survivors here yet. Let's search the hills before we journey south. It's time to put an end to this. Okay. Look for survivors. Before I go to the right, I'm going to come over to here. I'll take the gloves, because I don't think I have any gloves yet. So we're building up our inventory. As they reached the top of the hill, they found a sturdy tavern, and the soot-covered, injured, and scared survivors of Hope's Glade. From among them, a minstrel stood and greeted Cecilia. Hail, do my eyes deceive? The Baroness of Stoutheart to grant a reprieve. If you mean to avenge these foul knights, then we brave souls would join your fight. And with your aid, Stoutheart will stand, returning peace and order to the land. Are we trying to rhyme here? There you go. I looked for survivors. We found some. Everyone's happy. So these are the minstrels. No available troop slots. So I would have to lose some troops. I'm locked from getting any more. I assume these are better than those militia. Certainly seem like it. So if I lost... I mean, I only have 5 footmen, but I imagine the footmen are even better than those. And I'll probably get more footmen as we go. So I'd say the militia are like the trash. So if we get rid of the trash... There you go. We've picked up some minstrels. There was an upgrade to increase foot... maybe there's an upgrade when you level up. Yeah, they're pretty bad. When you level up, actually, oh, when I leveled up, yeah, but I haven't taken that. Okay, well, I'll have to take that next time I level up. I can still get up to 20 footmen. So I think I'd rather have that option than the 50 militia. Militia are basically like peasants. And these ones don't even pay tax. Don't know why, but I don't think I've explored that yet, because it's glowing. So if you haven't explored something, you can generally tell by a glance if you're paying enough attention as it glows. The old milestone shows the way. So just out of curiosity. Oh, good. There's free autosaves. That's really good. That's what I like about Heroes of Might and Magic, is you get the multiple autosaves. So if you had one bad turn, you still got a couple of turns to go back to. Gazing across the lake, Cecilia saw the settlement at Barkspur. It was clearly occupied by another force of Bayon's mercenaries, this one led by a wielder. She readied her soldiers for the final battle to retake this region. Defeat the enemy wielder. Okay, well, let's hope my minstrels can do what needs to be done. Well, the Manda Breeze. That's their experience. So we're about on the same level. They got a troop of pipers, musketeers, and pikeneers. It's a pretty even fight by the looks of it. Should we try to get to the high ground, maybe? Are they ranged or not? They're melee, the minstrels, so they're not ranged. This is turn-based, yes. What on earth are those? Pipers. Looks like range units. I can't quite reach them, unfortunately. I'm gonna get hit by so much. I pretty much have to go aggressively forward, I think. Well, I can go up to this point. If I go here, can I come back down that way? Or am I only allowed to go back down this way? Don't think I can change the camera angle. We'll find out. Ow. The combat sounds and the feel is so visceral. That's really, really well done. Maybe you should have more control over the sound of the combat though. Like, I guess it's the sound effects. Rather aggressive, isn't it? I lost 10 of those minstrels, didn't I? And we barely even got started. Could be that we don't win this one. And I might need to find some more troops. Or I can go back to an autosave and work that out. You have the high ground, which gives you more damage. So I can attack from here. It's looking dire. Not sure if I even want to attack. Because he's not going to do anything. Although if you move, then you get attacked, don't you? They all got a momentum there from that. Can these musketeers reach me? They can. So if I move here... Oof. But they're only little ones, so that's okay. I think this is bad. I can only kill 1 to 3 of those. Low ground. So they stood still next to me and didn't do anything. They're going to move in and be annoying, so I have to kind of attack them now. Didn't even have enough to kill them, which is unfortunate, because these guys are going to get some shots off. I think it's worth trying to pick those off. Oh, this is not good. Can my archers do it? It feels like I'm in trouble. I'll be better off moving out of their range, taking the 1 damage and then just shooting and letting them come back to me. They can get on the high ground though, as I retreat. I just got a heal there. That's it, you back off. I'm not sure if they got how many shots they got. Yeah, there's no way. Unless I get a miracle or something. It's not gonna happen. Nah, I won't win this. I don't think. Oh, good try, but clearly not enough. Yeah, I was using spells a little bit, but the spells I have are trash. Where's my lightning bolt? Where's my decay? Fine, let's try going back. I was kind of hoping I would recruit some more footmen before I got to attack, which is why I got rid of those militia, but that is not the case. So that's autosave 0, so it should be autosave 1 most likely. It's very similar to Heroes of Might and Magic. Yes. But this is when I got rid of the militia. So I guess the autosave might not necessarily be per turn or something. Not sure. Because that autosave's got to be round 17, round 20, round 23. So it's like every 3 rounds. It's not every round. Okay. Ideally it'd be every round, but you'll have to sort of go back on yourself a little bit. Shows you everything that you've visited. Have I actually visited that? Because it seems to be glowing. Okay. I think I lost 25 defense though, right? And duration 1 battle. That can't be good though. 1 troop movement, 1 damage, but minus 25 defense. Although 1 damage could make a big difference. If your character's doing 2 to 3 damage, they're now doing 3 to 4 damage, that kind of thing. There's the peasant hut if you want to get more militia, but we've already got that. So I check the kingdom. Okay. Is there a way to change what in the menu? It's still early access, so if you have any suggestions, then it's a really good idea to put them forward. Oh, I have to do this fight again. I actually did a really good job in this fight, but obviously I'm too lazy, so we do quick battle now. What? I lost all of that. Although, to be fair, that's not too bad. Because the Footman we don't need anymore anyway. And the Militia I can replenish at the top, I think. Or not, then it's 14 Militia. That's still kind of annoying. Doesn't this put me in the same position now? This doesn't help me. Oh, I guess I'm getting the minstrels instead of the Militia. Imagine if I can't actually beat the computer. No matter what. I'll try a quick save here. I'm going to try a quick battle and see what it suggests. There you go, victory. We're saved. Looks like the Militia came through. After the battle, a beaten Nimanda Breeze is brought before Sicilia. Wielder, we appeal to your honor and beg that we may negotiate a surrender. I am Nimanda Breeze of the Quartz Battalion, and a stranger to these parts. I can see the field and will withdraw my forces. You are indeed stranger, Barian. Or you would know by my colours that I am Cecilia Stoutheart. Was it your weapons that armed the bandits who caused the uprising at my mines? There was a misunderstanding, lady. We were led to believe that by our employer that they had a lawful claim on these lands. When we realised our betrayal, we had already signed the contract. By the mercenary code, we could not withdraw our services. Reveal to me your employer and their plans. If I am satisfied with your answer, I will spare you. But every Barian of the company must leave my lands immediately. It was Lady Hammond that hired us. The Topaz Battalion is sent to recover Ashbourne. We are grateful for your mercy, Lady Stoutheart. May this deal bring good fortune to each party. The information is adequate. I will spare your life and instead send you to the prison in Castle Everkeep. There you can contemplate that honour might be worth more than gold. Corporal, this is your chance to redeem yourself for your error in the tender world. Take 2 squads and transport Captain Amanda Breeze to Everkeep until we can arrange for his ransom. You can depend upon me. Huzzah! With Barkspur restored to Stoutheart, rule of law, Cecilia gathered her troops once more and set out to pursue the Topaz Battalion and prevent the occupation of Ashbourne. For this she would need the aid of Filja of Thorncliffe, Warden of Stoutheart, and Cecilia's long-living, long-time friend. There you go.
With grim conviction rose Cecilia of Stoutheart to crush rebellions and push back another upstart. Lady Hammond claimed her settlements, settling, we begin.
I see the map. Okay. Well, we'll pick up this in the next one. Let me know in the YouTube comments and whatnot what you think so far. And make sure to like the video so we can see more content of Songs of Conquest. So thanks for watching at this point. This is Witty. and have a good day.